Why does freedom feel heavy after you finally get more space, time, and control? Right? Freedom feels heavy because now you can't blame the cage. You can't blame the situation. You can't blame someone else. All you have to blame is yourself. And some people want the door open, but they don't want the responsibility of choosing where to walk. Right? Walk with me. Close your eyes and walk with me for a second. Picture a prisoner in a cell, right? For years, he dreams of the door opening, to be released, to go home to his family. All these things. Don't think about what he did, unless he did some really bad, then, you know. But for years, he dreams of freedom, sunlight, fresh air, no guards, no chains, no schedules. Then one day, he gets released. He did his time. He steps outside and freezes. Because for the first time in 10, 15, 20, 30 years, nobody is telling him where to go. Imagine high school. For 4 years straight, for 12 years straight, you're in school. Elementary, middle, high school, right? Then graduation happens in high school. Then you're let go. No one's telling you where to go after that. But the door opening is not the end of the story. It is the beginning of leadership. You wanted freedom, right? But now, freedom has requirements. Freedom requires self-governance. You wanted space, but now space needs direction. You wanted options, but now options requires values. You wanted control, but now control demands responsibility. You see what I'm getting at here? In Exodus, the Israelites were delivered from Egypt, but still missed the familiarity of bondage. Not because Egypt was a good place, because Egypt was known. Egypt was their home, quote unquote. Egypt was what they were used to. Their bodies, everything was used to Egypt, being slaves, being captured, being enslaved, right? In the Matrix, the red pill does not give comfort. It gives truth, and truth carries responsibility. In Spider-Man, freedom and responsibility cannot be separated. Power opens possibility, and with power comes responsibility, and responsibility gives it direction. Viktor Frankl, even under pressure, response matters, meaning matters, choice matters. When athletes go off season, the season gives structure, but the off season reveals how disciplined and how bad you want to be successful in the season that comes after, right? When nobody is forcing the work, the system you've built for yourself will speak for you. Freedom without direction becomes drift. More time does not automatically become more life. A free day can become recreation, or scrolling, prayer, or lust, training or anxiety, building or overthinking. Freedom is a neutral concept. Direction gives it meaning. Direction protects freedom from becoming waste, right? A lot of people think structure is the enemy of freedom. No, I don't believe that. What structure is structure is what allows freedom to move. A road is not prison. A road gives movement somewhere to go, right? The system carries when motivation cannot carry you. This one is real because when you are building something serious, nobody can want it for you every hour. Nobody can force you to record. Nobody can force you to train. Nobody can force you to organize the day. I almost laid down in my bed just now, bro, but I said I want this way better than lying in my bed. I could sleep eventually. Nobody can force you to choose the future over the impulse that is currently going on. The impulse is temporary, by the way. Keep that in mind. The impulse only lasts as long as you allow it to. And once it goes away, boom. But the future is inevitable. So your daily decisions today will impact how your future is tomorrow and further on. That is freedom. And that is weight. And that is why I think subconsciously we are deeply scared of freedom. Because you learn that free time is not automatically a blessing unless you give it a direction to go in. You don't need more empty space. You need more governed space. A day at home. It can become a time for you to put the most work in, get all these videos done, record all these songs, produce all these videos, stream this long, clean up the house, all these things. Or you could start doom scrolling for 4 hours straight on Instagram or TikTok. You could start sleeping for 18 hours a day. You could start, you know what I'm saying, gooning. You could do all these things that just waste your time, right? Same house, different government of yourself. The room becomes what you assign it to, right? If you're creative, no one forces the artist to build the world. You openly signed up to be an artist. You took this mantle, right? So this is your job to govern yourself and to stay right on the path that you chose, correct? That freedom is beautiful, but it is also why so many ideas and things and all these crazy things people have thought of tend to stay in the vault and never come to fruition that could have possibly saved people's lives. You're neglecting your gift from God, bro. You're willingly doing that, and that is not good. Creative freedom without creative discipline becomes a museum of unfinished versions and of unfinished projects and ideas. When athletes are on an off season, athletes are not great because the coach is always watching. The off season reveals who has internal structure. A lot of the greatest athletes you've seen tend to be working on themselves on the off season as well. Kobe, and as much as we praise him, notoriously was not always with his family because he was often practicing, putting up them shots, them same shots as I said in the previous video, them same shots. LeBron, to how many times he's gotten hurt, has had to get surgery and all these things to make his body the peak physical shape it can be for a 40-year-old man. And he's still putting up buckets, man. We see what he does, bro. All these great people, man. All these great people, bro. Not even just sacrifice you, like of the sacrifice that you make, but the sacrifice that your people around you make. Shay, who I'm pretty sure is now a wife, right? She dropped out to be around Shay and support. You know, and they had a kid and everything, right? But he takes care of her, so it's cool, right? The off season reveals who has internal structure. When nobody is forcing the rep reveals who leads. So, where did you ask yourself for freedom but reject the structure it requires? Did you ask for more time, more space, more independence, more options, more control? And what are you doing with it? Is it becoming a field for you to reap what you sow? Or is it becoming weeds that will take over your crops? A field is a blessing, but if nobody tends to it, weeds grow. So, to close off, right? Today's a much shorter video. Freedom is a gift, but gifts require stewardship. Give the day a shape. Give the work a pipeline. Give the body movement. Give the mind peace and quiet. Give the spirit a return point. The door is open, now leave. Do not ask for freedom and then resent the weight of the choice brought before you. I love y'all. Peace out.